We are live in week 9, game number 11 of the 2021 NFL season. It is between the Miami Dolphins going up against the Arizona Cardinals. We are in Arizona. I'm going to let this go and see what happened. We are to game number 12, 9-11.
We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins. We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over, teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, and the game's not going to play.
But we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep end route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Murray now on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. And sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
You know, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there is they were able to connect. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get into his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep is Albert Wilson. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Dolphins set to go now, and their veteran quarterback leading him onto the field He's played a lot of places. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's one of those guys that's been around the block a few times in the NFL. And at this stage in his career, when he lacks a big playability, he more than makes up for it in veteran leadership, a real knowledge of the game, and being a terrific locker room presence.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive of your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The play fake here, Fitzpatrick. They're complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver where any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in the Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Fitzpatrick will hand this to Howard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Howard. And he's going to be stepped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 34. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign of the opening drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And now a 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Marcus Hickey. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route, moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big time arm strength. Very nice route.
Nowhere to turn this time when he goes down. Sack back at the 29. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive that had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
No score after one on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. On the right hash at 43 yards out. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Man open left side, it's Williams. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Murray from midfield. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
We always talk about good down and distance playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll get 2 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half. One that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. Now the forward Sun Devils, Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 33-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
So I'm going to give credit to both sides on this one.
Absolutely.
Let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they still couldn't when they got close to the goal line. Made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This is Jakeem Grant. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective. Able to stop him before you get a bit of steam going.
Dancing to his left. And he'll bring it up here right at the 40-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull and run, get some 9 yards.
yards to the first. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for him.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first when you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida, and he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on out and trying to get 3 before halftime. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. On the return, Isabella. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Jakeem Grant now to return. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, it's Howard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. Forced out to his left. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards at 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. So in the Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That went into the hands of Laird. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and that's usually a direct correlation. Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running out of the gun here, Breida.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try to run forward with Howard. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On first down, here's Breida. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice tough run inside, and he gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Fitzpatrick over the middle here to Wilson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
You always worried about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protecting himself as best he could while completing the play.
On first and goal, Howard. And the Dolphins going to be set up with a first and goal. They couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1 yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is unable to get in. They stop it at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound.
But he'll take this into the end zone for the Dolphins touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins head on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. That was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 3 yards out of the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, and here's Murray. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. He's 10 yards short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Doesn't necessarily need a touchdown. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Murray to air it out again. Fitzgerald on the slant. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he was spotted right in midfield at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing again, Murray. And again, he'll get it to Fitzgerald. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Murray. He's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 32 yards. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly. And oftentimes on the move, when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. Santana takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Arizona. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Miami set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock defensively. They have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have 4 a conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We got to attack them. We got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. We'll likely put an end to this thing. Running with Howard. And he's going to have to protect the football and ups here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they will take a knee here. Second and 11. Fitzpatrick to give to Breida. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, trying to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
To a knee goes Fitzpatrick, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching him take the knee there and finish this one off, I think I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive stuff.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to 0. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.
Well, they say having the Dolphins are winners of the Cardinals. That's in the 10. I'm gonna end this stream. Might be bad. But after the news, I'm gonna be back doing my playoff predictions. So please look for that. So let me get that set up and I'll be right back.